Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do one of my throw out the price prediction, which I'll do about halfway through the video, and entry points of where I think would be a good idea to get into DCA or start a new position on this crypto. I've done this with a couple of them. It seems like people will appear to like them. So I'm probably going to do this with all the crypto that I own and a couple of the other ones that I think are just really good, like Chainlink. So I do not own Chainlink. I think it's a great crypto. Really, I just chose to go for some of the competitors instead. And I could still hop in, right? But Chainlink is solid. It's an awesome crypto. I'm not going to spend too much time today talking about what it is. I will give a very brief explanation, very simple. But if you're watching this, you've probably been a little familiar with Chainlink. And if not, it'll give you a good start to figure out what the hell it is and if it's a good investment idea for you or not. So we'll pull up charts in a few minutes, look at areas that I think there's a good chance you'll get back down to, and a couple of different layers of where you could DCA or enter into or use the swing trade options. And we'll kind of call it from there. So let's dive right into a very quick, what the hell is Chainlink? And we'll move on from there. Okay, so Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network. What the hell does that mean? In short, it helps other layer ones or crypto make their smart contracts really work. So that way, when you try to transfer something over, or if a crypto says this is going to happen when this occurs, they read and do it. What I mean by that is, let's keep a simplified version, right? If I want to send an Ethereum to Johnny, right? And I'll send the Ethereum over. Smart contracts will say, when I send Ethereum, you accept this Ethereum, opens up into the wallet, it's put into, and everything's up done. It can also help out with read real world information, which a lot of DeFi plans do. You know, like there's one that checks for weather mapping and how weather goes. And a smart contract with oracles would be like, well, when there's some dampness in the air, reads on this sensor, this information comes into the crypto and these things change. In short, it just allows everything to work very cohesively and quickly together. It makes projects and crypto actually useful, right? Like you don't need smart contracts and oracles for a crypto company to really be there, but you almost kind of do. And Chainlink is a huge solution, which has helped out with what? Ethereum, Binance, Avalanche. I know there's a couple more. You guys that are really in Chainlink, put down below, shill Chainlink a little bit. Talk about how great you think it is. No problems with that. So I think it's a very solid play. It is in the top 100. You can take a look exactly where it is. And I think it's going to do very well. Chainlink, solid play, large foundation, great community, awesome project. It's not going anywhere. It's being picked up more and more use. So it's one that I'm personally, if you can't tell I like it, it's one that when I start moving some of my profits from crypto, which is going to happen soon, simply just because I have a few crypto I've been buying in the bear market that are already up 6, 7x, I will take some of those that I think might only have a 2 to 3x left and move it in other crypto. So I'm actually even looking at Chainlink of where would I pop into it if it gets to certain prices. Let's pull up the chart and explain a little bit of that next. Oh, and I owe you guys a price prediction as soon as we get into that. Okay, so here's on TradingView. This would be Chainlink. So here I'm on TradingView. This would be Chainlink's chart. It is ranked currently, I believe it was number 12. So it's up there. It's stable. It's strong. So my price prediction for Chainlink, I think it's going to get somewhere between $70 and $80. And again, let me clarify, I think that's where it's going to have actual liquidity. It might candle wick sharp up above that. I mean, it could go also a lot higher. What the hell do I know, right? We're all in here with our own best educated guesses and presumptions. But I think it's going to get up to about a $70 to $80. And with that thought in mind, where do I think is a good place to get in? It really depends on your risk. So if you've seen some of these videos with me before, I'll give a couple of different entries where I think is realistic. And I don't think Chainlink has too many more options without it just going up higher. And I'm not saying Chainlink is not a good deal at $30 plus. A lot of people think it's going to hit $150, $200. And if that's the case, awesome. I hope you guys all make your money from it. If I was going to hop in, I would probably put a buy order in because I love my preset buy orders and buy limits and sell limits, probably right around the upper 21, upper 20, lower $21. It might not go back there, but I think it's going to. I think there's going to be a pullback right after the rate cut. I might do a video about that, but there's usually a pullback right after rate cuts. Usually then goes to higher highs and higher lows. But I think it's a safe bet. If you like Chainlink and you're like, oh, I don't want to miss out, you think it's a good price now, just buy the damn thing, right? But I would probably set one closer to the upper 20s, lower 21. It has had a huge spike, as you can tell. And then I don't know if we can technically call that a high or low yet. I mean, it's close. The reason why I say it's not that much higher, right? I mean, it did go back up to 22, but if we're sitting here at 21.5 and down here we're talking 21, I think there's a good chance going there. Down here to 19, roughly 19.29. I think it's going to take a black swan event or just some really bad news real quickly, like China and the US are having more tariff troubles. That could also do it. And by the way, since I didn't state it in this video yet, the way I got these lines, because these are pretty large gross lines, right? I would not do this method if I was doing day trading or, oh yeah, if I was doing day trading or trying to do leverages per like a day or two. This is not detailed enough. But I can go ahead and look to see where the most resistance and supports lines are over time, where it lets me know that people believe it's a good price to get into. Because we have a lot, I mean, I could zoom in here. There's like 4 or 5 resistance and supports right here, and we do it again a couple of times. So that's where I end up coming up with these numbers. Is we can always go much more detailed in, but I really only see zooming in like that to be useful if you're doing much shorter times. I would be looking this to buy and hold for the next couple of weeks to months. So that's why I would see it as a little differently. So we have a mild, I guess, black swan event or just bad news that disrupts the market. We could see something down here in the lower 19s. If we have World War III start for the 7th time this year, it could drop back down as low as 15, upper 15s. I don't actually think it's going to happen. But if you're like, you know what, you want to put a what the hell play in there and just put a buy limit down low in case, I've had those hit before. There's probably another good spot right here around closer to 17. Obviously, it'll hit 17 before it hits 15 3/4. There's also a lot of resistance and support right through in this range. And I'm not the most confident it's going to get there. But if you want to go with it, hell, why the heck not? If it hits, awesome. It'd be a great entry at this point. Not a bad spot right here around the 17. I just didn't draw the line. I apologize. So I'm trying to keep these videos shorter. Right? When I just do the quick, this is what I think of this crypto. This is my price prediction, $70, $80, and here's place to get in. I'm going to try to keep these under 10 minutes. We're probably going to go just over it today. But let me know what your guys' thoughts. What is your prediction for Chainlink? What is your average price? I'm just curious. Are you still DCAing in? Are you a long-term holder? Do you swing trade it? Let me know because I'm getting more and more into that. And you guys will hear me talk a lot more about leverage and swing trades as the market gets closer, not the market, as time goes on and it gets closer to the end of this year. Because as I start selling, taking profits, which everyone tells me my numbers are early because I only care about 3, 5, 10x. I'll gladly take that all day long, guys. It's how I make money, right? But when I start selling most of my crypto, I'm going to have a little bit of profits that I'm going to just throw back in as not quite gambling casino, but you'll hear and see my videos get a lot more to that style. And again, keep asking me questions, guys. I love when you guys ask me for video ideas. So let me know what you guys think. If you made it this long and you haven't already subscribed, come on, why the heck not? Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll talk to you guys all again soon.